Let us look into the main properties of semiconductors. The semiconductor resistivity lies between that of 10 to the power of minus 7 to 10 to the power of 4 ohm meter. What do you mean by resistivity? Resistivity is nothing but specific resistance. Resistance offered between the opposite phases of a unit Q. In case of conductors, it is very less, in the range of 10 to the power of minus 7 ohm meter. In case of insulators, it is very high, in the range of 10 to the power of 4, like that, 10 to the power of 6, 10 to the power of 7, like that. So, resistivity of a semiconductor lies between that of a conductor and an insulator. Clear? Next, conductivity increases with increasing temperature. So at room temperature, it behaves like an insulator. When the temperature increases, the conductivity of the semiconductor also increases. The third point is, semiconductors have got negative temperature coefficient of resistance. It means to say that when the temperature increases, the resistance of the semiconductor decreases. Negative temperature coefficient of resistance. When the temperature increases, resistance decreases. It becomes a good conductor. The conductivity can be altered by the process of doping. What is doping? The process of adding impurity to the semiconductor is called as doping. Now, let us see the different types of semiconductors. There are two types of semiconductors. One is intrinsic semiconductor, the other one is eccentric semiconductor. Semiconductor in the purest form is called as intrinsic semiconductor. In case of an intrinsic semiconductor, if it is made of germanium, only germanium atoms will be there. If it is made of silicon, only silicon atoms will be there. In case of eccentric semiconductors, you add certain amount of impurities. If your doping is done to an intrinsic semiconductor, it becomes an eccentric semiconductor. Two types of materials can be added in the form of doping. One is pentavalent impurities can be added or trivalent impurities can be added. If you add a pentavalent impurity to the pure semiconductor, it becomes N-type semiconductor. If you add trivalent impurity to the semiconductor, it becomes P-type semiconductor. Pentavalent impurity is that material, example is arsenic, which has got 5 valence electrons. If you add a material which has got 5 valence electrons to a semiconductor, you will get N-type material. Trivalent, tri means 3. If you add a material which has got 3 valence electrons, then you get a P-type material. Example for a trivalent impurity is gallium, indium, etc. So N-type material has got pentavalent impurity, P-type material has got trivalent impurity. In case of an N-type semiconductor, you add a pentavalent impurity. Example is arsenic. So I have drawn an arsenic atom here. An arsenic atom has got 5 valence electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and one more is here. 4 valence electrons will form bond with the 4 neighboring germanium atoms, but the 5th electron is left free. So in an N-type semiconductor, more number of free electrons are already available. When the temperature increases, some of the bonds break and they also come out. But when you add an impurity, already free electrons are created. So electrons are more here in case of N-type semiconductor. Let us come to a P-type semiconductor. So P-type semiconductors are materials in semiconductors to which trivalent impurity is added. Trivalent is 3 valence electron materials. Example, gallium. See, this gallium has got 1, 2, 3 valence electron. So it forms bond with 3 neighboring germanium atoms. But the 4th germanium atom which is associated with this germanium will not have an electron there because gallium has got only 3 valence electrons. So this germanium atom will not have an electron there. A vacancy is created. In the absence of electron is also called as, this is called as vacancy. An electron can come and sit there. It's like a chair. This vacancy is also called as a hole. Vacancy is also called as a hole. So in case of a N-type semiconductor, trivalent pentavalent impurity is added. One electron is already created for every impurity atom added. So more number of free electrons will be there. In case of a p-type semiconductor, trivalent impurity is added. So 3 of the neighboring germanium atoms will get electron. 4th will not get an electron. A vacancy is created. A vacancy is also called as a hole. So this impurity, arsenic impurity, is called as donor impurity because it is donating electrons. Trivalent impurity like gallium is called acceptor impurity because it creates vacancies so that electrons can be accepted. So pentavalent impurity is called donor impurity. Trivalent impurity is called acceptor impurity. Next important topic which we need to study is electron current and hole current. In case of a semiconductor, there are 2 types of current. One is electron current, the other one is hole current. So electron current is the movement of free electrons. Hole, nothing but vacancies. It is there in the valence band. So if an electron goes and occupies that vacancy, what happens? That hole shifts from one place to another place. So that flow shifting of holes is called as hole current. Free movement of electron is electron current. Let us see it here. See, these are germanium, pure germanium atoms which are there in the material. It's an intrinsic semiconductor. When the temperature has increased, few electrons have come out. Few electrons have come out here, breaking the covalent bond. The electrons which have come out of the bond have become free electrons. So when it is connected to the battery, what happens? This plate is positive and this plate is negative. This positive plate attracts the electrons because electrons are negatively charged. So these electrons are moving towards the positive terminal of the battery. This current is called as the electron current. So electrons which have become free move towards the positive terminal of the battery, and this current is called as electron current. There is one more current, let us try to understand. See, when an electron has gone outside, there is a vacancy created here. What happens here is, there is one electron here. It does not have the capacity to come out as free electron. Okay, because of temperature. So what happens is, it is attracted towards the positive terminal of the battery. But it cannot come out because it doesn't have that much energy. But there is a vacancy or chair here. So what happens is, this electron jumps and sits in this. The energy level of the valence band is same. Energy level of the electrons which have come out is different. It's conduction band. So what happens is, this electron cannot come out easily. It has to get that extra energy. So instead of coming out, what it does is, it occupies the chair here, vacancy here. Now where does the vacant chair? This chair is occupied by the electron here. There is one vacancy of chair created here. Now what happens? The electron which was here, getting attracted to the positive terminal of the battery, cannot become free electron because it does not have that energy. So it comes and occupies this chair. When this person comes and occupies this chair, where is the chair created? Chair is created here. Vacancy is created here. Okay. So in this way, see the electron, next one electron which was here tries to come and sits here like that. So free electrons are moving in this fashion, moving towards the positive terminal of the battery. They come here, they go here, they come here. Whereas the electrons which are inside the covalent bond tries to jump from one chair to the other chair. So when the electrons are jumping here, the chair is shifted here, the vacancy is shifted in the other direction. This shifting of vacancies is called as hole current. Flow of electron is electron current. Shifting of vacancies is hole current. Next, one more topic which is very interesting is recombination. The valence electrons are there in the valence band. the electron becomes free. If it becomes free, what happens? It moves to, it becomes free electron. The energy associated with free electron is called as the conduction band energy. So this is the free electron. It has left and vacancy here. It has gone here. Now, what happens is this electron comes and occupy this vacancy again. In this process, the extra energy which it has got will be given out in the form of light. Sometimes in the form of heat, sometimes in the form of light. In case of LEDs, it is given out in the form of light. This process of free electron coming and occupying the valence band hole or vacancy is called as recombination. Process of electron coming from the valence band to conduction band is, from the conduction band to the valence band is also called as recombination. So if an electron from the conduction band has to occupy a vacancy in the valence band, the excess energy which it has got has to be given away, mostly in the form of light.